A lot of people get stuck on Patchwerk, just like in this video. Precast heals, precast heals, precast heals. Get a demo shout up.
I'm down.
But he's honestly not that scary. I've literally healed Patchwerk with a shirt over my head, like eyes closed. Blindfold challenge.
This is how you heal Patchwerk. This is Patchwerk right here. This is how you heal Patchwerk.
So I will teach you how to down this fight, okay? I've done it hundreds of times. I've done this with warrior tanks, druid tanks, even protection paladin tanks. We're going to cover the tank, the DPS, the healer POV, so that every single role knows what to do and especially what not to do. Because if you do the wrong thing, you'll wipe the raid. Before we go into the mechanics for the tanks and healers, let me just tell the DPS what they need to know to not do so they do not wipe the raid. DPS, it's simple. Let the boss get pulled by the tank, and then when they say, okay, DPS, you can start hitting it, then you start hitting it. Just wait a second. Like, hands off the keyboard. If a tank pulls with a low threat ability, their shot misses, they have a dodge, a dynamite resist, they have no threat on the boss. If you blood rage, if you use a mighty rage potion, anything, if you fart, you will pull threat. And Patchwerk will be running towards you and all the melee who are far away from the tanks, and it's a wipe. Patch can be done with 4 tanks, that's 1 main tank and 3 hateful tanks. But most will do 1 main tank and 2 hateful tanks. Geared pumper speedrunner groups might do a 1 tank, 1 hateful, but not on prog. The main tank takes the least amount of damage. It's the hateful tanks who take the most damage. The main tank is going to take like 2,500 damage per hit or something. It's the hateful tanks who are going to take 6,000, 7,000 damage every 1.2 seconds. You can block, dodge, you can parry the hatefuls, but blocking them doesn't reduce the damage that much. They also generate a lot of threat when they successfully hit you, not a block or a parry or whatever. Well, maybe a block, but not a dodge or a parry. When they actually hit you, they generate like 1,000 threat or so for you, which is going to help you generate threat against the DPS because you're wearing a shield. You're not going to be in the most threat gear, right? Hatefuls hit people who are in threat position 2, 3, and 4. So the DPS, who is in that 4th position, and all the other DPS, because you can't really control it, and it might change, they need to dip into poison for like just a second. You should go in and out, and your health will go down. And this is because it reduces your stats by like 90%. And so when you go in the poison, you'll be at full health, but when you go out of the poison, your health will go down. So let's say you have 10,000 health, you go in the poison, you'll be at full health, but you'll be at like 1,000 health. Then you go out and you'll still be at 1,000 health, but your max health increases. Make sense? Just keep in mind, you don't want to DPS the boss ever while standing in the poison because 1, it does a little tick and you will eventually die. And it reduces your strength and all that stuff. So you don't want to be in there DPSing, but you want to just dip and, in and out. If you are full health, you might take a hateful. So be dipping in the poison. You just have to do it once per fight. Hateful tanks want to wear a very tanky setup. This is what I might wear on progression for hateful tanking, but the main tank can dual wield, although you don't have to. You don't have to. On pull, hateful tanks need to be careful not to pull threat off the main tank. This will make the main tank now be a hateful tank, right? So don't pull threat. Here's how we pull Patchwerk. It's a 12-step process. Step 1, make sure you are buffed and in the correct gear. Step 2, make sure the mages put Amplify Magic on the tanks. Step 3, hit rats for rage. Very effective. Step 4, tanks stack. They're always stacked. Model merge. If you're too far, you won't get hateful, then the other tanks will die. But make sure that you're a decent position away from the poison so that you are there, then Patchwerk's there, then the melee are there, and then there's the poison behind them. Don't make the melee so close to the poison they have no room. Understand? Step number 5. Priest and Shaman. Use some rank 1 heals to put the armor buff on the tanks. Step 6. The main tank walks forward, leaving the tank stack. So they're now in range to shoot Patchwerk. Step 7. Shoot him, dynamite him, or possibly dynamite. While the dynamite's in the air, you shoot him, then you return to the tank stack. Before he arrives to you, you stone shield. Healers, you are going to precast heals before the tanks even take any damage. You don't anticipate. You don't start casting a greater heal once the tank has gone from full health to 40%. You just heal and you don't stop until the boss dies. Step number 10. Hateful tanks. When the boss arrives, you just right-click the boss, you auto-attack, you demo shout, you let the main tank hit for like 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. After this, the DPS can come in. Step 11. Tanks. Now you can use your normal rotation, keep Fairy Fire up, keep Demo Shout up. Step 12. Patchwerk enrages at 5%. Because he focused people with the highest health, one of the Hatefuls can use Last Stand, Life-Giving Gem, and Shield Wall, so that they're going to take the majority of the enraged Hatefuls. If you struggle, you can use items that will make the boss miss, such as Marbles on Alliance as a quest item from Elwyn Forest. Hopefully you still have those. Or Wail the Banshee from Strat Undead. You could even keep him debuffed permanently if you have enough people with this item. How to decide who tanks what? Well, the Hateful tank should be the tankiest. Less tanky tanks can be the main tank. You don't even really need to be Fury Pro to main tank the boss. The strongest healers should go on Hateful 1 tank. The Hateful 1 tank is not who you say it is, it's who has the most health. So if they have 1400 health, that's going to be Hateful 1, and if they have less health, then they're more likely to be Hateful 2. Hateful is going to hit people with the most health. It's going to prioritize them. Druids can main tank or Hateful. I've seen them do both, but some would say they're more suited to be the Hateful tank. I've even had a Paladin tank my raids before. They main tanked it. We tried Hateful, but honestly the heals suck. So you can probably do both as a Pally. But before we go over heals, let's just look really quickly at a log here. So here is a Druid tanking Patchwerk. This is like the Hateful guy taking the most Hatefuls. There you can see there was a bit of a switch with Threat where he had Threat and he was tanking melees. He was taking melees. And I mean, you can see that the melee hits are hitting for as low as 1500 to 2500. Like, Patchwerk doesn't hit that hard. It's not that scary of a boss, Patchwerk. But this change from him being the Hateful to now he's the main tank, that's what you have to avoid. But anyways, you can see he's taking Hateful for 5500, for 7600, 5800, 6200. Only a couple dodges in there, but he has really high armor. And then we have another Druid here. You can see that the mitigation, he has 75%. So he's at armor cap, it would appear. And he's taking 6,000, 5,500. The occasional higher ones, you can see 9,000 damage here on Enrage. That is the scary part. Now here's me tanking Patchwerk. A lot more dodges and parries, which can help. But I'm taking higher hits, a little bit higher hits. But the dodge, like, it's nice sometimes to help the tank recoup, but honestly, you can do this with the tank dodging or parrying anything. They could take every single hit, and the healers have to be able to heal. They have to be able to heal. The healers can't be depending on, oh, I hope he dodges or else he's going to die. You know, the healers just have to heal. They don't stop healing. It just keep healing. And then finally, let's talk about the healing. Healers, you only heal your assigned tank target, not the DPS. The number one reason of wipes and tank deaths, which calls a wipe, because if one tank dies, you're probably a wipe, is healers freaking out because their raid frames have low health melee, and they're like, okay, I know he said heal only this guy, but this guy's low. I gotta heal the guy. No, don't do it. Pally, you're gonna heal with max rank, flash of light. It's very mana efficient. You never run out of mana. Pallies are easy. Priest, rank 1 greater heal. No renew, no shield. I suppose you could pre-shield the tank before the pull, but that would be the only time. If it's a pumper fast kill, you can use a higher rank heal, but you're going to primarily use probably greater heal rank 1. Shamans, you're going to use chain heal onto your assigned tank, and then it'll bounce to the other 2 tanks. Rank 1 to 3 based on kill speed. Tough to say. You could start rank 1 and then judge your mana and judge the health, and definitely use a higher rank when the boss is about to enrage. Druid, down rank healing touch. Usually around rank 6 is what I'm told, but you do you. Now, where do you put the healers? Well, in my experience, the highest health healer or health tank wants to have the strongest healers. If you have 12 healers, some people do 4-4-4, 4 healers per tank. But honestly, because the main tank doesn't take that much damage, 3 decent healers could be on the tank, the main tank. Maybe 5 healers on Hateful 1, and then 4 healers on the other Hateful. That's a potential. Where do you put the Druid healer, who tends to be a little bit weaker? I would tend to put the Druid healer on either the main tank or be the 5th healer on Hateful 1. So there's my quick patchwork guide. Hope it helps. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. If you enjoyed the video, drop me a sub and a comment. Catch me live on my Twitch channel, Dwarflord TV, to connect with me or say hi to me in game on any of my characters. Dwarflord out.
And they say that the Dwarf Lord could save us. I'm not gonna pave here and wait. I'll hold on to the beard of the Dwarf Lord. Watch as we heroic leap away.